Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, to wherever you are. Welcome to this fantastic presentation. My name is Michael Hilkemeyer from ICT Solutions Australia, and it is my great pleasure to be co-hosting with you with Dr. Amanda Sullivan, who has done research on breaking the STEM stereotype, reaching girls in early childhood. It's a book full of very practical ideas for you to get started in the foundation stage. Dr. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us. Would you mind telling us a little bit about your background and what you do?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here today and talking about this subject that I'm so passionate about, reaching girls and really all children with equitable opportunities to succeed in the sciences and beyond, starting from an early age. I can share a little bit about my background before I jump into our talk today. As you said, my name is Dr. Amanda Sullivan. I'm an author, educator, and researcher on all things at the intersection of educational technology, STEM education, and early learning and development. And I have a special focus on designing tools for young children, designing curriculum and pedagogies that will help to reach girls with positive, wonderful opportunities and experiences, starting from when they're as young as 2, 3, 4 years old. And that is a little bit about what I hope to share with you today in this talk. Is there anything else that you wanted to say or introduce before I jump into the content, Michael?
No, absolutely. That's perfect. Thanks, Amanda.
Awesome. So this is kind of an outline of what I'm thinking we will cover today. I want to start with the bigger picture. So stepping back, I know this is a talk focused on early childhood development and early learning, but zooming out a little bit first and looking at the career world, the adult world, where are women in tech and engineering and STEM, and what is their representation and why does it matter? Why is this an issue that we need to be concerned about? And then we'll see where early childhood fits in. And my research and my work has been specifically on stereotypes and how they develop in early childhood and what we can do as educators, practitioners, and caregivers of young children to shift these stereotypes or ideally prevent them from forming to begin with. So we'll talk about that. And I will be sharing a lot of just practical activities, technology, curriculum, tips, and resources to wrap up this presentation. And I will, at the very end of this talk, share a link to where you can find these slides that I'm showing, because you'll notice as I go through that a lot of them have hyperlinks, and I want this to be practical. I want you to be able to find activities and tools and resources that you might actually be able to use with young children. So don't worry about trying to scramble as you're watching this. I'll have a little link so that you can access these slides and click through all of those links on your own time and find everything that I will be sharing with you. So let's take a look at that first bullet point, female representation in STEM. And one of the interesting things that I found when researching my book and starting this work that I've been doing around girls in STEM about a decade ago is that not all STEM fields are created equal. And at least in the US, where I'm based, it's that T&E of STEM, the technology and engineering and mathematics, where women are most drastically underrepresented, and specifically technology-related STEM fields such as engineering and computer science. There's been this very, very persistent gender disparity that continues to go on with not that much change from year to year. So here in the US, women currently make up around 13% of engineers and only around 26% of computer scientists. And I tried to look up the numbers in Australia, and what I found was that in 2020, women make up around 28% of those working across all STEM qualified industries. So still under 30% representation across STEM, and particularly these technology and engineering focused fields are where we're seeing the hugest gap and the smallest amount of budge from year to year. So you'll notice in my talk, as well as in my book, these are kind of the areas that I focus the most on in terms of curriculum outreach and reaching girls from an early age with these specific domains, these technical areas of STEM.